because I do love the great outdoors. My grandfather, who's probably the toughest guy I ever knew in my whole life, is the one that got me involved in hunting and fishing. My dad was a businessman, never had time to take me. He was always busy making an extra dollar. And so I've just spent a lot of time in the outdoors. And I don't claim to be some great expert, but when I'm not doing this, I'm out in the field and in the stream. And over the years, I've picked up, I could mention way more than 4, but tonight what I want to do is I want to talk about 4 life lessons that I've learned in the great outdoors. Just 4 things that to me have really stood out over the years of spending time hunting and fishing. Your life lesson number 3 I talked about, follow a blood trail. Hey, can I be frank this evening? You see, the blood trail that really matters, and I can go through stories and tell you, I've never killed deer like this, but I've got some pretty nice deer on the wall. I could tell you stories of deer we've tracked, we never found. I can tell you stories of a bear my son shot in Alberta, Canada this last spring, and we literally looked for that bear for 11 hours tracking him and never did find him. But the blood trail I really want to talk about tonight is not one of the ones with my NFL buddies. It's not the one when my son shot a Pope and Young bear in the spring. The blood trail I want to talk about tonight, really why I'm here, let me be straight up with you. The blood trail I want to talk about goes back 2,000 years ago. Oh, I know, it's Louisiana, it's deep south. You've heard this before. A blood trail where 2,000 years ago. Hey, let me tell you something, friend. I've got 2 boys. I'm no tough guy, but I'll tell you this much, friend. You lay a hand on one of my boys. Some of you guys are with me, and once I tell you that you put a hand on my boy, and whatever I got is going to be, it may not be much, but whatever I got is going to be unleashed on you. You're not going to touch my boys. I don't care who you are. You know why? Because I love those boys. It's hard for me tonight to understand how God took his only son and allowed his son to be stretched out on a wooden cross, and they drove 6-inch spikes in his hands and 9-inch spikes through his feet. Man, I cannot imagine tonight somebody taking my youngest boy, Graham, that I was fishing with this time yesterday, and putting him up on this stage and beating him with a cat of 9 tails and spitting in his face and stripping his clothes off of him and making fun of him. I can't even understand that. But that's what God did for you. He took his boy, his only son. And let me just be blunt with you. He allowed his son to be gutted like a fish. They butchered him like a common animal, beat him 39 times with a cat of 9 tails. Why? I don't get it. Because you didn't deserve it, and I sure didn't deserve it. God allowed his son to be executed so that you, this night, would have an opportunity to go something beyond some religion or some fake prayer or some baptism or some certificate. No, it goes more than that. He allowed his son to be slaughtered so you could have a personal relationship with him, so it could change your marriage, so it could change your kids, so it could change your life, so you had something more than just this life, but the next life. See, the problem with many of us is we've got a hunting stand. We ain't never taken a stand. I think about the 3 deer that I killed here over deer season. I get made fun of all the time. To this day, I still cannot seem to gut a deer that I don't end up with blood literally all up and down my clothes and up and down as many deer as I've killed still to this day. It looks like I'm in some kind of horror show. And have you ever cleaned a deer and got blood all over you? I want to tell you this much, man. Just like that blood that was all over my hands and my arms when I killed those 3 deer. My hands and my arm, and you can't see it, but they drip tonight with the blood of Jesus Christ, because he didn't just die for me, he died because of me.